Hello guys, Julius Mwangi with more on football news. Today we're gonna talk about Arsenal. We also have a topic about Manchester United, then Realmardrid at the very end. So let's dive in. Arsenal have had one of the best, I would say, the best transfer window, that is the best signings this summer. From Eberechi Eze to Donarruma Madueke to V.Gyokeres, I can say Arsenal had the best of this transfer window. At least we can also add Martin Zubimendi. By the way, the first impression of the Arsenal signings this summer has been more than expected. V.Gyokeres with 4 goals in 3 games, Zubimendi with a double last weekend against Nottingham Forest, and they were brilliant goals if you didn't watch. Talk about the volley, talk about the header, everything was very much professional. Remember, Arsenal this time didn't spend a lot of money, but they have really made it a very good signing window. I also wish to talk something about Donarruma, who is right now playing with Manchester City. He was signed for 35 million euros from Paris Saint-Germain. Remember, they had a very bad spell there when Donarruma didn't agree to what was offered by PSG as a new contract to him. There are a few clauses they didn't agree upon, and PSG just cut him out of squad. He didn't even feature in the Super Cup, and Donarruma now found it unnecessary to continue sitting on the bench at Paris Saint-Germain and instead try something new, just effective immediately. He joined Manchester City. However, Manchester United had contacted PSG and Donnarumma's agent to find out about the terms of his exit. But Manchester United, on how they are planning their salaries, they decided not to go for Donarruma, for he needed a bigger salary, which is actually justified. So they went on to sign Sané, who will now challenge for a #1 position at Manchester United. They are bidding this by a deal. However, none of them, I would say, have got that very experience, and they signed him for about 23 million euros from Royal Antwerp in the Belgian Pro League. So they dropped from the list for Donarruma to sign Sané because Donarruma needed a big salary, which Manchester United are trying to cut on the cost of running the team. We now take on Manchester United, where we are going to spend a little bit of time to discuss the team. Manchester United have had a very bad start to the season 25-26. Remember, they average winning at least twice every month. Remembering there are some months that they go entirely not having any win since Ruben Amorim joined 10 months ago. However, despite all this, Manchester United head office continue to support and rally behind Ruben Amorim. They trust in the guy. They trust he has got what it takes to take Manchester United back to where it used to be during their glory days. Remember, right now Manchester United can only talk about the past but have got nothing to show for the present. They are just driving and drifting and drifting. Every other time they are drifting away and away from the show of success. But we are hoping Ruben Amorim can turn things around, if that is what Manchester United really think, because Ruben Amorim has been very clear that he is not going to change his method of play, or what managers call philosophy. He has been very persistent of that, and he believes that Manchester United as a team are united, but they fail to have that mentality of chasing the game. Remember them surrendering to Manchester City. You know that Derby didn't have even a single yellow card. That should tell you something about the midfield of Manchester United. because with rain, it was raining at the Etihad, and Manchester United are drifting in the waves and waves and waves of attack from Manchester City, but without a single yellow card, meaning there was no challenge. No one was challenging for the ball. You look at Erling Haaland, the very day he was featuring in Manchester Derby with a brace, and in the evening he can't even move onto town, catch a roasted meat and something. That one should tell you there was no struggle. Because the Derby day, whether El Clasico, talk about Rad derbies, talk about the Manchester Derby, the great Manchester Derby that we knew, Haaland should have gone straight to bed if he was to score 2 goals, because of the work he could have put in making it a brace. But remember, he was even up for a hat-trick, only that Bayedil was a little bit reluctant. I would call him reluctant. He was very active that day, but that should tell you something. Manchester United aren't chasing the game anymore. Once they are beaten 1 goal, they go back and sit. There was no a single yellow card. That is a bell. Manchester United must really work. But remember, Sergio Ratcliffe, the co-owner, is behind and is riding behind the squad, the staff, and everyone else. He showed up at the Etihad. He was there to show his support for the team. Very positive messages are coming about Ruben Amorim from Manchester United hierarchy, but I think Ruben Amorim really need to do something in extra. Change the mentality of the players and show them the passion of playing football under pressure. That is what makes this game very much enticing and pleasant to watch. A final one about Nico Paz. Nico Paz is currently playing for Como, and the boys' development has been very much excellent. He won the player of the match. Now, the second time this season, only in 3 games, he scored a very stunning banger, almost 18 or 19 yards out, but the boy is flying, I can tell you for sure. Realmardrid scouts have done their job excellently. He belonged to Realmardrid, he belonged to the very top teams in these leagues. He could feature in any club and still shine. I would say Nico Paz is excellent, and Realmardrid are well informed. Thank you for watching through, and I will see you around. Leave a comment to say whether you think Ruben Amorim, if he is to be sacked, he would make any difference at Manchester United. I will see you around. Thank you.